going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about Canadian news. Because as an American, I never get to see Canadian news here in the United States from any of our news outlets or media. So today, I'd like to take some time to learn about the current news and events happening in Canada right now, starting with some Prince Edward Island schools still closed as province continues to dig out from winter storm. Winter storm. Are we talking about the winter storm that came what was that, like 2 weeks ago? 2 or 3 weeks ago? Yeah, I mean, here in the United States, it was so bad here in the United States. We even caught a bit of that storm. Some of us got an inch of snow. I had to go into my closet and blow the dust off of my coat and bust it out for the one time this year. Okay, it's not, it's been a little cold, but I'm just saying the winter storm wasn't all that bad for most of the United States. Maybe for some of the northern states, it was a bit more intense. But Prince Edward Island, is that north enough that they're actually still digging themselves out from that storm? Or is this a different storm? Some kind of localized Canadian storm I don't even know about? What else do we have here? Details, maybe? Parts of Kings County, which must be in Prince Edward Island, saw more than 80 centimeters of snow. What the heck is a centimeter? What does that mean? No, I learned about this in science class. We just never use centimeters here in the United States. A centimeter is like 2.54 inches, or the other way around. So this is like 30 inches, roughly? Like 3 feet? 3 feet of snow. 3 feet of snow! If 80 centimeters is 3 feet of snow, that's insane. 3 feet of snow in Prince Edward Island. We got like 1 inch. We got like 2.5 centimeters here. That was it. That was exciting too. That was like big news. We were like, get a load of this stuff. There's a whole inch of it. Volunteers helping dig out Nova Scotians as well. Oh, Nova Scotia too? And Prince Edward Island? Oh, there's a little video. Let's see if the video. Oh, there they go. That is an intense snowplow. It's got two plows on this snowplow. I've never seen that. This is Prince Edward Island. Oh my God! What is this? What is this? No. What is... This is like on a roof? That's not 3 feet. Did I miscalculate? I thought it was 80 centimeters. This looks like... I don't know. Like 3 meters? Like 9 feet? This is like 10 feet tall. And these poor people, these poor Canadians, just like the fact that they even have the willpower it probably took them an hour to scoop out this little section that they're working on. And then you just look up and there's a whole wall of snow still left to go. Oh my God. And the people in the upper left are shoveling their snow and it's getting on their pile and they oh boy. Oh my God. This is crazy. It's a winter wonderland. They've actually gotten the roads pretty clear by the look of this. Wow. Okay. Holy cow. Hold on, I want to see this. That is some power right there. Oh, is it stuck? Oh my gosh, I've never seen that much snow in all my days. So this is Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. Holy cow. The cleanup continues. Man, if I were a child there, I'd be the one in the clip throwing my snow onto the other people's pile, trying to keep the snow so that we can stay out of school. I'd be like, this is great. It's been a snow day for like a month now. But in all seriousness, I hope that goes well for Prince Edward Islanders and Nova Scotians. That also looks like it could be quite dangerous. So I hope everyone's okay. Holy cow. I was learning about man, not long ago, the snow in Alberta. Now I'm learning about in Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia. Holy cow. Let's keep going. What is this? This is another featured article. Cameron Ortiz, ex RCMP official, guilty of leaking secrets? Sentenced to 14 years in prison. I do not know this person. Cameron Ortiz? RCMP, that's Mounties. That's the mounted police, right? He's a Mountie? 14 years? Hold on, I'll take a little peek at this. This is scandalous. Leaking secrets. What kind of secrets? What kind of Canadian secrets? Since they've been leaked, can I know? Can I know the secrets? They're already out there. Okay. Sentenced to 14 years in prison. Wow. Society is justifiably outraged in the face of betrayal. There it is. There's the face of betrayal. Who is he leaking these Mountie secrets to? The court justice sentenced him to 14 years in prison. Accounting for time served, he'll serve 7. So he's already been detained for like 7 years, possibly. 51 found guilty of 6 charges, including violating Canada's Secrets Act. Wow. Wow, what was the scandal? There's been Americans in this same situation, some of which that have had to flee the country, because they have given up like top secrets of America and all that. So I'm a bit familiar with this idea. Never heard about this happening in Canada. He was in a position of extreme trust. His actions put lives at risks. Undermined Canada's reputation in the intelligence community because he can't keep a secret. What were the nature of these secrets? What was the nature of these secrets? That's what I'm wondering. No inmate has to suffer what Mr. Ortiz has to suffered, says his lawyer. Okay. Okay. Society is outraged. Is that true? Canadian society? Are you outraged at this? What? They're kind of keeping it vague exactly what the nature of the secrets were. But he was a mounted police, and he was caught giving up Canadian secrets. I don't think they're going to get much more detail than that. That's an interesting article. Wow. Okay. Fascinating. I wish there was more details on it, honestly. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff. It's like none of this stuff is talked about at all or presented in any like sort of way or fashion here in the United States. I'd have no idea about these fascinating stories of what's going on in Canada. Let's continue, though. Montreal man charged with uttering death threats against Trudeau. Whoa, okay. I mean, hold whatever opinion you want about the man and, politics and all that, but it's never okay to, deal out a death threat. That's never okay. That's never the answer. But with that being said, I'm curious about exactly what happened here. Montreal man charged with uttering death threats. He uttered them. What is uttering? What a strange choice of words for this headline. He uttered the threats. Like, it just bare like, Trudeau. Like, what is this uttering thing? Is that just me? Maybe. That's a funny choice of word. Did he say it to him at a rally or something? Where did he say this? Did he yell it from the rooftops? What is this? Charged a 30-year-old Montreal man allegedly threatened to kill the prime minister. Holy, yeah, you can't be doing that. You can't be saying that. That's no matter what your opinions are, you can't be doing that. In a social media post, charged with uttering these statements on his X account, Twitter. He tweeted the death threats. Yeah, okay. Right. There's freedom of speech, and then there's things that are just like, you can't be threatening people's lives. Like, that's I actually agree with this. I don't know what he's going to be sentenced to. Do they actually show the tweet? They don't. They don't actually show the tweet. Yeah, that's scary. But I guess that also kind of comes along with being a politician, is that you're going to get people who are going to be super extreme in their opinions of you and they're going to let it be known on Twitter. That's going to happen. But yeah, that's scary. All right, moving along. I'm sure that kind of thing. To be honest, it's the internet. I'm sure that kind of thing happens all the time to all politicians, like all the time. So, anyway, not to make light of it, you shouldn't be doing that. Bank of Canada says housing affordability is about boosting supply, not lowering interest rates. Okay, we we don't need to dive into the nuances of how unaffordable housing is. That's also an issue that's happening in the United States as well. Houses have never been more expensive. The average housing price, but I think the housing price crisis is actually worse in Canada, if I understand the facts right. I can't even see how that's possible. Like average house in America is like over 400,000 US dollars. And somehow Canada is more than that. It's insane. What else do we have here? Rolling teacher strikes hit Saskatoon area? Teacher strikes? Really? What are the teachers unhappy about? Here in America, I think the teachers should be on strike. I don't mean to cause an uprising or anything, but just as a matter of principle, and since it's the discussion here in the article, in America, I think the teachers should be on strike. I don't know what teachers in Saskatoon are upset about, but teachers in America, these are some of the most important people in our society. They take care of your children all day, teach them the value, what they're going to basically be learning through their entire childhood up into their adult life. And they are paid horribly in America. They are paid horribly, horribly underpaid. It's a real travesty. So what's this? Why are teachers in Saskatoon upset? I got 99 problems, but SK Party won't fund one. I don't know what that means, but that's funny to quote, to make that the quote. I got 99 problems, but SK Party won't fund one. Okay. Union representing Saskatchewan teachers says it does not agree with the provincial government on issues like salary increases, class sizes, and support for students with complex needs. Yeah, sounds like a lot of the same issues affecting American teachers. So, yeah, sure. I mean, here in America, it's almost like it's if you have a grievance or something you want to change, it's like in the American blood almost to get out your picket sign and protest. It's like literally a protected right, like to protest in America. So yeah, the American in me is like, yes, yeah, hold your sign up, get your salary increases. What else do we have here? London police sends team to Dubai for SWAT competition. Okay. Shallow lake in British Columbia could point to the origins of life on Earth. Life on Earth started in British Columbia ponds. You just learned here today. Okay. Oh my God. What else do we have here? I'm gonna scroll, see if there's anything interesting articles. I don't have enough time to get through all the articles today. There's a lot of them, actually. A lot of interesting Canadian news. Ontario woman lost wallet, returned to her 40 years after it went missing. No way. The most Canadian news article of the day, right here. Ontario woman lost her wallet. It was returned to her daughter 40 years later. It's like a time capsule. It's well preserved, except suspiciously absent of all the money that was in the wallet. They don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared. I found your wallet, but I don't know where all the money went. Dang it. Oh well, here's your wallet. That's what it would be like in America, but it sounds like this Canadian's daughter got her wallet back. Oh, it's a nice little, got flowers on it, a library card, some old photos, a Loblaws coupon, and a banking card. Vanessa Austin was confused when someone showed up to her office with a wallet. The Fergus woman was amazed. She found the wallet that was lost 40 years ago. Where was it? Where was it sitting? We went in and picked it up. I couldn't believe it. It's like a time capsule. The man who found the wallet says he was at Toronto's Eaton Centre doing work at a storage unit when he discovered it in the air ducts. The air ducts of the Toronto Eaton Centre in a storage unit. What was she? How did her wallet get in the air ducts? What was she doing? What was her mom doing at the Eaton Center that her wallet got into the air ducts? Like up in the ceiling? Was she doing some kind of like heist or something? So some kind of bank robbery? What? Okay, but no, that's a wholesome little article there. I like that. What else do we have here? Yukon skier makes history with upset win at World Championship. A Canadian won a skiing World Championship. Sonia Schmidt, first Canadian woman to win gold at U23 Nordic World Ski Championship event. A Canadian did win an event in the Skiing World Championship. Unbelievable. I mean, is that unbelievable? I mean, Canadians, especially in the Yukon, I imagine that would be just the right environment to get good at skiing. Maybe this makes sense. Either way, that's awesome. Sonia, 21, she was not favored to win the sprint. She barely qualified. How did she win? Once in the quarterfinal, though, she was unstoppable, cruising to the semifinal. And then the final, where she turned heads, powering her way to the front of the pack. That's awesome. That's cool. Very cool. Congrats to Canada. Holy. Canadian Palestinian citizen journalist missing in Gaza for 2 weeks turns up alive. Thank God. See, that's also another. For some reason, yeah, we don't even hear about stuff like this. Like Canadians who are missing in other, like, military conflicts going around the world. Like, that's pretty terrifying. Glad to see that he's okay. 2 weeks later. Oh my God. Seniors unclear whether they can drop their private dental insurance for national plan. Yeah, does Canadian health insurance, like, your taxes, does that pay for your dental as well? We don't gotta go into that. That's interesting. So, do Canadians need private dental insurance? Is that not covered by the Canadian healthcare? Man, and Americans are just so gung-ho to change our system to the Canadian system, and you won't even get your dental covered. I'm kidding. I'm being totally sarcastic, because we don't get our dental covered here either, unless you get an insurance plan that covers your dental. That's funny. What else do we have here? It's my dream. Nova Scotia Emma Logan wants to encourage more deaf people to curl. Curling. Oh, very Canadian as well. Curling, skiing. Yes, more deaf people should curl. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, curling is like you can be deaf. That doesn't really affect your curling, but it seems like there's actually a lot of sports where you could be deaf and be like world class or successful for that matter. Yeah, for sure. Definitely agree with that. What else do we have here? Hamilton police violated woman's charter rights with no-knock raid. Judge rules. They raided their home with no knock. Did they have a warrant? When this kind of thing happens in the United States, when police like barge into people's homes, like you're liable to get like shot at, in a lot of places, because a lot of Americans own guns. So I don't know. Maybe that's like a deterrent here in the United States, so that police do properly announce themselves. Because, God, depending on where you burst into in an American's home, you're liable to have someone own a firearm. Hamilton police violated. They didn't knock, and they raided the home. $500,000 in cannabis was the case against the woman, and evidence, including 500. I can't get over this. $500,000 in weed were tossed out. So was she breaking the law? Is it against the law? I mean, isn't cannabis legal in Canada? What, you can't have a little backup cannabis in your house? Is that against the law? Have a little bit? 500 $50,000 worth? Holy cow. 50,000 in cash and magic mushrooms. It was all thrown out? The police couldn't explain why they chose to execute a dynamic entry called a no-knock raid. Dynamic entry? That's what this picture is, the dynamic entry where they slam into your door. They broke her door in half. They broke her door in half and raided her home. Yeah, I think you have to have the proper warrant and stuff to do that and announce yourself. You shouldn't just do that. He found the officers, despite their experience, did not report the evidence they seized and did not inform the woman of her right to a lawyer. I don't want to say, I'm not saying break the law. I'm not saying do criminal activity. But you have your rights as well, the right to not have your home barged in upon. And then they didn't report the evidence. They didn't report $500,000 in marijuana? Or the mushrooms? Or the money? And then didn't inform her of her right to a lawyer? Okay, no, nothing suspicious going on there, for sure. Okay, anything else here real quick as we wrap this up? What is this? Police apologized to woman in sex assault case involving 5 Canadian ex-World Junior hockey players. That's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, that's another thing I've noticed looking at some of the Canadian news is Americans don't realize that there's a lot of horrors going on in crime here in America. And a lot of Americans are like, oh, Canada, it's just so peaceful and wholesome and everyone's so nice and happy. And then you actually look at some of the news and unfortunately, like, that illusion has been a bit shattered for me. There is normal crime. Not that it should be normal. This is horrific. Horrific. Police apologize to women. Did they mess up the investigation or something? That's terrible. That's really, really horrible. Wow. Anything else? Flames, Lanny McDonald suffers cardiac event at All-Star game. I'm not sure who Lanny McDonald is, but my heart goes out to him as well. And I think with that, that's a good place to stop, I think. That's a lot of Canadian news for today. And I always enjoy going through these and getting up to date. Otherwise, I'd just have no idea what's going on right now. Current events in Canada. I love learning about these. Because truthfully, I don't hear about any of this stuff here in America. In America, we focus on America, which makes sense. But we also, sadly, it's so extreme that we don't know what's happening anywhere else in the world. And so I love learning about the news in Canada. Some of these articles were a little sad or depressing, and I hope that Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia can clear out that snow. But a lot of these were just sort of interesting, keeping me up to date. So I enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these articles here today or any news happening in Canada right now. That'd be interesting. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and Canadian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.